You're about to discover how dietary choices can profoundly influence your cardiovascular health. Many of us receive that common cholesterol report, elevated numbers, a statin discussion, and the often held belief that diet has limited impact. We often assume managing LDL is a pharmaceutical challenge, something beyond our daily choices. But what if our everyday meals held far more profound power, not just to slightly nudge numbers, but to dramatically reshape our cardiovascular risk? Today, we'll explore how specific dietary interventions, backed by robust human clinical trials, can create significant shifts in your cholesterol profile. We'll delve into what foods and why they work, showing how a comprehensive approach offers profound benefits for your heart health. This understanding might truly surprise you, especially considering outcomes often associated with advanced pharmaceutical treatments. My journey into this began tragically. Last February, my friend Rob, 58, died suddenly of a heart attack. A fit mountain climber, he had normal cholesterol while on a statin. His death reminded me that conventional metrics are often incomplete. Months later, advanced imaging revealed my own significant arterial plaque, with blockages up to 77% in one heart vessel. Despite an active lifestyle, healthy BMI, normal blood pressure, my LDL was 168 mg/dl, necessitating action. What I learned and implemented led to significant lipid improvements and has supported ongoing management of my arterial plaque, confirmed by imaging. While significant vascular improvement isn't purely dietary for many, my experience and evidence suggest otherwise. I want to share the principles that contributed to these positive changes. By grasping these, you can empower yourself to support your cardiovascular health and improve outcomes. Before optimizing cholesterol, understand what it is. Often portrayed negatively, it's not inherently bad, it's essential for life, a fundamental building block for every cell membrane. Your brain, for instance, is 25% cholesterol by weight, critical for nerve function. Beyond structure, it forms the basis for vital compounds. Steroid hormones like testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, and vitamin D. It also forms bile acids, liver-produced detergents enabling gut absorption of dietary fats. Your body is a sophisticated cholesterol factory. Your liver alone produces roughly 1,000 milligrams daily. Other tissues like the gut, adrenal glands, and brain synthesize their own supply. This means your body makes all the cholesterol it needs. We don't strictly need dietary cholesterol. This leads to a common, misunderstood question. Is dietary cholesterol the primary cause of high blood cholesterol? We often hear about high cholesterol foods, eggs, shrimp, butter, cheese, versus zero cholesterol foods, plants. However, much conventional wisdom historically missed a crucial nuance. For most, dietary cholesterol has a modest impact on blood levels. Our body has an intricate feedback loop. Consume more, your liver typically reduces its own production to maintain balance. The more significant factor influencing circulating LDL cholesterol for many is saturated fat intake. This is a key clinical point. Saturated fats directly impact LDL receptors on liver cells. Imagine these as tiny vacuum cleaners, clearing LDL from your bloodstream. Foods rich in saturated fats, butter, some cheeses, red meat, coconut oil can interfere with these receptors. This means your liver becomes less efficient at removing LDL, leading to increased circulating particles. This is the core mechanism by which saturated fat contributes to higher LDL levels. This is where many people are surprised, realizing the profound influence of dietary choices beyond simple cholesterol counts. This insight reveals a critical paradox in cardiology. Some with an LDL of 200 mg/dl have clear arteries at 70. Conversely, others with low LDL of 70 mg/dl might tragically suffer a sudden heart attack, as with my friend Rob. My own experience illustrates this. My LDL was 168 mg/dl, yet my cardiac CT showed significant plaque. So why this disparity? LDL cholesterol alone isn't the sole culprit. The true concern is often oxidized LDL, particularly smaller, denser particles. Their nature matters more than just quantity. What causes LDL to become oxidized and damaging? Factors include systemic inflammation, oxidative stress, glycation from high blood sugar, environmental toxins, and smoking. Standard lipid panels, total LDL, HDL, triglycerides are useful but incomplete. For precise risk assessment, advanced markers are invaluable. ApoB, lipoprotein, A, LDL particle number, oxidized LDL, and high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, ACRP, ideally below 1.0 L. Mine, for example, is 0.2 mg/L. Mine, for example, is 0.0 L. Here's the practical implication. High LDL with large, fluffy particles and low inflammation may pose lower risk. Low LDL with small, dense oxidized particles and high inflammation signals significantly higher risk. This crucial distinction often goes underexamined. These advanced tests aren't universally integrated, and their interpretation requires nuance. Understanding cholesterol complexity leads us to common pharmaceutical interventions. What precisely do statins do? Statins primarily block HMG-CoA reductase, a key enzyme in your liver's cholesterol synthesis pathway, a critical step in building cholesterol. This inhibition reduces liver cholesterol production. However, this same pathway synthesizes coenzyme Q10, CoQ10. CoQ10 is vital as a spark plug for mitochondria, the energy powerhouses in every cell. Statin-induced inhibition can significantly drop CoQ10 levels, often 30 to 40%. This depletion explains common side effects like muscle pain, brain fog, and fatigue. Crucially, statins primarily address liver cholesterol production. They don't directly impact dietary cholesterol absorption, LDL oxidation, or small, dense LDL particle sizes. While effective at reducing LDL quantity, they address one factor, while diet can influence multiple pathways simultaneously. Before specific food interventions, a foundational dietary framework is essential, the bedrock for heart health. The approach I adopted is a very low-fat, whole-food, plant-based diet, aiming for 10% fat. This involves eliminating added oils, even healthy ones, and carefully moderating high-fat plant foods like avocados, coconuts, and most nuts. The rationale: minimize saturated fat, which impairs liver LDL receptor function. Crucially, remove refined sugars and processed foods, white bread, white rice, anything with added sugars. This also means cutting common saturated fat sources, butter, most cheeses, red meat, fried foods, tropical oils, and pastries. These, rich in saturated fats, can downregulate those vital LDL vacuum cleaners. Instead, this approach emphasizes abundant whole plant foods, diverse vegetables, fruits, whole grains, oats, quinoa, legumes, beans, lentils, and modest seeds. This dietary shift alone, before targeted additions, has been observed clinically to significantly reduce LDL, often 20 to 30% within 4-12 weeks. This is supported by pioneering work from Dean Ornish, Lancet, 1990, and Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, Cleveland Clinic. Patients often achieve average LDLs of 70-80 mg/dL. This powerful foundation provides the base for further enhancements. Stay with me here, because this next part reveals how specific foods can act as targeted interventions, building on this foundation for even greater impact. Now, let's explore specific food interventions that amplify these benefits. Each is backed by human clinical trials offering measurable cholesterol impacts. View them as synergistic components. First, chia seeds. 2 tablespoons daily are powerful. They're rich in ALA omega-3s, viscous fiber, and plant protein. While studies suggest a modest LDL reduction, 4%, their value extends beyond numbers, contributing to reverse cholesterol transport and gut health, an important entry door to further benefits. Next, oats, specifically steel-cut oats. Key is beta-glucan, a soluble fiber. Around 3 grams daily in one bowl has shown to contribute to LDL reductions of 7% in 4 weeks. Beta-glucan forms a gut shell that binds to bile acids. Since bile acids are made from liver cholesterol, this forces your liver to pull more cholesterol from your bloodstream to make new bile, lowering circulating LDL by typically 10 to 15 points, or 10%. Then, ground flaxseed, 2 tablespoons daily, are critical. Whole flax seeds pass undigested. Studies like the FlaxPad trial indicate ground flaxseed can help reduce LDL, ApoB, and improve blood pressure. Another remarkable component is spirulina, a blue-green algae. Just 1 to 4 grams a day can yield significant results. A meta-analysis of 7 randomized trials found spirulina consumption associated with an average 41 mg/dl LDL reduction, an impressive 20% reduction. Finally, red grapefruit, 1 daily, has demonstrated remarkable effects. A 2006 Gorstein study with post-bypass patients showed the red grapefruit group experienced a significant 23% LDL reduction and 17% triglyceride drop in 30 days. White grapefruit showed 7% LDL reduction. Impactful results for a single fruit. However, a crucial caveat: grapefruit interacts with certain medications, including some statins, simvastatin, lubistatin, atorvastatin, by increasing their concentration. It generally doesn't interact significantly with rosuvastatin, pravastatin, fluvastatin, or pitavastatin. Always consult your physician if on medication. If grapefruit is unsuitable, bergamot is a powerful alternative. Studies, such as one by Molish, showed 1,000 mg of bergamot polyphenolic fraction daily for 30 days, led to LDL reductions ranging from 24 to 36%. Bergamot works similarly, but without the same medication interaction profile. Let me share a compelling example of integrating this approach with medication. My 71-year-old friend, a type 2 diabetic, was on rosuvastatin. His starting LDL, while on medication, was 107 mg/dl acceptable, but not optimal for halting disease progression, where levels around 80 mg/dl are often targeted. He adopted the foundational 10% whole food plant-based diet, incorporated the 5 specific foods, including red grapefruit, as rosuvastatin doesn't typically interact, and also started walking for an hour after meals. Just 3 weeks later, his LDL plummeted to 34 mg/dl. This represented a remarkable 71% reduction beyond his statin. Achieving an LDL of 34 mg/dl puts him into territory often seen with PCSK9 inhibitors, expensive biologic injections. He achieved a comparable outcome through diet and lifestyle. This illustrates that whether you're not on a statin or integrating these strategies with medication, the potential for significant LDL reduction and improved cardiovascular health is profound. Beyond these specific dietary components, cardiovascular health is a complex, interconnected system. While we've focused on food, other lifestyle factors intricately influence our lipid profile and arterial health. For instance, stress physiology impacts inflammation and hormonal balance, affecting lipid metabolism. Chronic stress can elevate cortisol, influencing glucose and fat metabolism, and contribute to oxidative stress that renders LDL more vulnerable to oxidation. Similarly, sleep quality plays a fundamental role. Insufficient or disrupted sleep can lead to hormonal dysregulation, increased inflammation, and metabolic shifts unfavorably affecting cholesterol synthesis and clearance. Prioritizing consistent restorative sleep is a critical component of cardiovascular protection. We also consider circulation and inflammation more broadly. Enhanced blood flow, supported by regular physical activity and a nutrient-dense diet, ensures efficient delivery of oxygen and removal of waste products, contributing to vascular health. Meanwhile, managing systemic inflammation, a key driver of oxidized LDL, is paramount. This holistic approach, integrating diet, stress management, quality sleep, physical activity, creates a powerful synergistic effect. It fosters an internal environment supportive of healthy cholesterol levels and vascular integrity. Ultimately, optimal nutrient absorption, facilitated by a healthy gut, underpins all these processes, ensuring your body effectively utilizes beneficial compounds. It's important to approach these changes with realistic expectations and commitment. Biological changes, particularly within your arteries, often occur internally before visible reflection in scans or labs. Progress is gradual, emphasizing consistency over intense efforts. Remember, individual responses vary based on genetics, baseline health, and adherence. The goal is to create a supportive environment for your body's innate healing capacity. Food is not weak. It is a profoundly powerful tool for health, and it can become the foundation for transforming your well-being. You can begin integrating these principles tomorrow morning, just as I did when facing my own health challenges. I am committed to sharing insights that empower you on your health journey. If you found this information valuable, please consider subscribing to this channel for more evidence-based health education. In the comments below, I'd love to hear your age and one health question or concern you're currently exploring. Sharing your questions helps me address what matters most to you. Finally, consider sharing this video with someone you care about who might benefit from understanding the profound impact of diet on heart health. This content is educational only and not medical advice. For persistent concerns, consult a qualified professional.